Yeah, everybody. Let's try to find where I'm at here. Hey, Clinton. Good to see you. Hopefully we'll have a good coin chat tonight. Going to be doing some talking about seated liberties, which happens to be my second favorite design. Oh, we'll let everybody get up and running. Let's see. Let me go back to the YouTube side. Clinton, Lincoln, Treasure Troll. Good to see y'all. Welcome. I hope everybody's doing good tonight. Thought we'd throw up a little chat about some coin. We're going to be discussing seated liberties and sharing some knowledge. I've got a couple of people, hopefully it'll be up here with me. I've invited. Hello, Joe Durbin, NC Kitty Fishing, the RPM group. Welcome. Treasure Trolls, Michigan. Joe, check your email, please. Oh, it's good to see everybody. Coin Dragon, welcome. I thank you all for being here. Hopefully we'll have a good discussion about some good coin tonight. I've got some coin to show and talk about. Lemon, how are you, my friend Travis? Travis, check your email if you would, please. Let me go back to StreamYard. All right. Hey, Joe.
Hello, Alden. Good evening.
How are you, my friend?
How are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing good, doing good. Finally had a day off, so I'm feeling a little bit better.
Good.
How are you? You feeling all right?
Yep, not too bad. Hey, Treasure Trolls, Michigan.
Hey, Treasure. Go back on the other side here.
You can hear me all right, I take it.
Oh, yeah, your audio is good. How's mine?
Sounds great.
That's good. That's good. I got a few coin to show. I don't have my microscope running, guys. I still haven't got my guru here to hook it up for me. So I'll be using the camera on the front of my computer. The images, I'm not sure how good they'll be, but I've got a few coin to show, and we'll talk about it, and maybe we'll all learn something. I know I will.
I'm sure we all will. A little.
Hey, Trav.
Tonight you're doing Seated Liberty, right?
Yeah, we're doing Seated Liberty tonight. And,
hey, Trav. Lemon, how you doing?
Hey, Hidden.
What's going on, everybody?
How are you guys?
Good.
Let me go back to let's see.
Hello, Hidden.
Oh, we got 9 in the room. Good. We'll get started here in a minute.
What's up, Lincoln? Mr. Clinton, Treasure Trolls. Hey, Hidden. Mr. Coin Dragon. Stand back.
Dragon.
Hey, Frank, how you doing, bud?
Stand back in the good rolls.
Before we get started, Joe and Travis, both of you, when's your next auction?
Tuesday.
Mine will be Wednesday, 7 Central.
Cool. I'll try to be at both.
I didn't make it today. I've been a little under the weather the last couple of days.
I'm sorry about that, Trav.
Yeah, it's just that time of the year, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, let me put this down and smoke it out. Get back to string outside here. Hey, everybody. Good to see you.
So is it seeded any denomination in general, or
we're going to be I'm going to be showing some different. We're going to start with a halftime and work our way up.
Okay.
What I really want to mostly talk about is the most interesting one to me, which is the 20-cent piece.
Right.
And I've got some things on the 20 center that I happen to have a couple of them, and I've got one that's an extremely good example, and we'll get there. But we'll start with halftime, and let's see if I can do this. There we go. Trying to figure out how to do full screen, guys. There we go.
There you go.
This is an 1853 halftime. This is just an extra one I have. I have some better versions in my type set. But 53, I like them. I like the design. The design was done by Christian, and now I'm not sure I can pronounce this right, but Gobreach, I think was his last name. And he designed all the single liberties but one. And there's a reverse. I don't know if you can see that. I like the halftime, so they made a lot of different versions of it. And it's if you try to do a collection of just halftime, they're pretty hard to put together. Some of them are rather pricey. I know Travis likes the halftimes a lot. There we go.
Yeah, that's the serial wreath design.
Yes. Yeah, it's a Liberty with the drapery with the stars. And then they made the 1853 through 55 with the arrows, which is.
Oh, I'm sorry. What year? What year were you showing?
The one I was showing is a 53. This is a 53.
Oh, okay, that's different.
Yeah, that's the Liberty seated drapery with stars. This one is. And the 53, they make a 53
that one is also
with arrows, and this one isn't arrows, I don't think. No, this does have the arrows. I'm sorry.
Arrows at date, right?
Yeah, arrows at the date, which is a transition here. Anytime you see the arrows, you're going to change the composition of the following design.
This would be without arrows.
Yeah, this one's with arrows.
Yeah, 53 to 55.
So it's pretty cool design. I love it, the design itself.
And arrows omitted is 56 to 59.
Right.
And that was ordered by the mint director, Snowden.
Mm-hmm. The next one I want to talk about is the most interesting one to me. Of course, you have the dimes, and I didn't have any. I've got examples of them on the house here, but I kind of want to jump to this one because this one's my favorite. I think you all know what that is.
Oh yeah.
It's a 20-cent piece.
Look at that.
Is that not a pretty piece?
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
And the reverse. I can get it in focus.
Dang, Alden. Look at that.
Now you want to look at the tips of the wings because this particular one is an S, and the 70, I think this is 75. Yeah, most common, which is 75S. And a lot of the S mints had a really weak strike. And how you can tell is that at the tip of the wing, they'll be kind of faded. It'll be kind of, you can see it's a weak strike. This one is one of the few that I've seen that has a strong strike everywhere. And it's either a high AU or a low BU coin.
Does it have a clear S?
Yes.
Because those are very scarce.
Yeah, it's got a very clear S.
Clear S are scarce.
Yeah, that's very, very clear S. Very distinct S. I don't think I can get my camera to show. I need my mic hooked up. But very, very, I under the glass, it's really, really, really clear. Very distinct, very cut. The seeded 20-cent piece was the only piece that was ever designed by somebody different than Gobridge. And what I like about it,
William Barber.
yeah, Morgan. What was his name? I'll find it here in a sec. Not Morgan Barber. William Barber designed the piece, and he used the same obverse as the rest of the seeded, but he used the reverse of the trade dollar, which he designed. And there was a senator from Nevada. There was a big crash in the silver market worldwide during that time, in 74, actually, 73 and 74. And Senator John P. Jones from Nevada introduced legislation to bring the 20-cent piece into existence. And he pushed it. And the mint director, Henry R. Lindeman at the time, he agreed with him. And so they minted it. Yeah, they minted it. And but it was only minted for the West. The East Coast didn't have any. They didn't send any to the East Coast, even though they minted very few at the Philadelphia Mint. So most of these were minted in San Francisco and Carson City. And what surprises me the most is we all love our CC coin. But the second easiest one to find in high grade is the CC, the 75 CC. It was only made for circulation for 2 years, which was 75 and 76. And in June of 76, they pretty much ceased production of the circulation version and just made the proof version and went on to make them for 2 more years. So, and a lot of them got melted. So that's why the 20-cent piece is so high.
Lindeman had ordered 12,359 of them to be melted. So now there's a rarity. There's possibly 18 survivors left.
Yeah, they're tough coins. They're even tough to find in AU or BU coin, even in the 75S with a strong strike. They're pricey.
The genuine 76s, you'll know they're genuine because the CCs show doubling on Liberty.
I did not know that. That's cool. That's cool. I just love the 20-center. It's probably my favorite coin of all coins.
Yeah, it's the best type coin, man. It really is.
Yeah, it's totally cool. When I was putting my typeset together, it was one of the ones that I went through about 4 of them before I got the one I actually wanted. And the first one I got was low grade, but it was a 20-cent piece, and I was happy to have it. And
right.
And I just kept upgrading until I got the one I have now, and that's the one that'll live in my typeset. But I just thought that the 20-cent piece was a cool piece.
Beautiful one.
Clinton, wish you could stick around, but thanks for coming, my friend. Joe, what do you think of the 20-center?
I like them just because of their rarity. I don't have any high grades like you, but I'll show a comparison. I mean, I have about, whoop, hang on. That was the wrong button. Here we go. like your 20-cent piece is a hell of an example. Like this is what is this? I can't even see it, but 1845. Just the example. So that's pretty low grade.
That's about the grade of the first one I had.
But you go try to buy that. I mean, that's easily, it's going to cost you $80 or $100. So
yeah, that's a good.
So I mean, that example that you're showing, Alden, is quite the piece in my opinion. But
I think they list that list like at $1.20. That's $100 coin, man. Easy.
Yeah, it's not $100 coin. I think I get close to that for the one I had, and it's about the same thing.
And the nice thing about the 20-cent pieces, they're not, depending on how terrible they are, but I mean, they go above. At least right now, I've noticed they go above what, like, price. They're selling for more like retail than they are wholesale.
Yeah,
they're not in abundance,
right? And everybody kind of wants to own one, like Frank said, to hold one in his hand for a while. That's part of the cool thing of it.
Yeah,
with the history of that, you were talking like the guy from
examples are type personal collections.
Right.
Yeah, they're in typesets. They're sitting in books.
But I had read about the deal with the Nevada governor and introducing that law. They had the new silver find out there, and they're trying to figure out how to use up their silver so they don't have to ship it all the way over to Philadelphia.
Right.
And so that they had whatever year the San Francisco and New Orleans Mint opened, them helped. Maybe some of that was beforehand, but it all had to do with that silver. They were having problems with.
I read
at the time
that he had a hidden agenda to help to enrich the owners of the Western silver mines.
Right.
Yeah.
And he tried to basically say that they needed a lower denomination coin to use as trade on the West, because most people just came with the silver dollars. They didn't have all the lower denominations, whatever, which probably was ridiculous. But
well, he was pressured by the
mine owners and
they wanted reparations for the 1873 Mint Act that lowered mint orders for their output. And that abolished. That was what got rid of trimes and half dimes and silver dollars.
Well, I think also what contributed to that was that the silver prices at the time were when that find was discovered, the silver prices were kind of on the way down for a while in the market, and they had to create a market to sell their silver. And what better way to create a market than make a new denomination coin? Of course, it didn't fly because it got confused with the seated Liberty quarter. But
it's interesting how much politics plays into our coins and
it's everything.
Right. I mean,
politics is everything when it comes to coins.
From people's opinions to war-driven, coins. It's just, I mean, it's crazy, the political.
Every single coin ever made in this country had to have legislation written and then voted on and passed. Nothing has ever been made without that. That's how it works.
Right. But
it's all political driven.
All the hidden agendas, kind of, I guess, is what I mean.
What makes a senator or a congress? What makes a person write a bill? It's usually special interest.
Lobbyists, yeah.
Exactly. That's how our politics work. So when something comes about, you just gotta know without saying that it's somebody's back skin scratch.
Right on.
Yeah, but I mean, does that affect the numismatic part outside of it? I just think it's just interesting. It's just the history, But the everything else is driven by supply, demand, popularity, want.
Right.
Yeah, all the normal stuff.
Well, it was so interesting to me that they created a market to sell their own find, even though the silver was, going down in price at the time, and it worked to a degree.
Right.
I thought that was phenomenal. And I mean, just the history of coin itself. If you go into, there's not any denomination you can go into that don't have a story by itself.
Yeah.
that's what I find fascinating about it, is the history. And like you said, it's all about politics.
Yep.
And
Politics and popularity.
Yeah. Yep, that's true. And let's see. The next one I'm going to show is a half. This is a no motto, 1857. Not the best example I have, but it's decent grade. There we go. It's 1857, and I believe that is a Philadelphia with no motto, and I'll show you on the reverse.
Now, do you guys know why it had a plain edge? The 20-cent?
Huh?
The 20-cent piece. Do you know why it had a plain edge?
No.
It was done for the illiterate.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
Yeah.
That's why I love talking coin, because you learn. I mean, you think you know a little bit and you realize you don't know a whole lot. But that's the reverse of the one with no motto. It's got a little blacking on the back of it. That's the only thing I found wrong with the coin. But all in all, it's in decent shape for the year.
The detail.
That's nice. Yep.
Great coin.
And this is a 18. I know I don't have gloves on, but these aren't in my typeset. This is just extra coin around. This is the 1876 with motto. It's got almost a full liberty on the shield. Not quite. You can read it all, but this camera is not picking it up that good.
Good coin.
And this is the reverse with motto.
Nice.
You can see in the top. In hand, you can read the motto itself, but the camera's not going to pick it up. But this is the design I really, really like. I love the eagle on this coin. Just the size of it with the motto, the way they did the ribbon around the head. I thought it was a well-designed coin.
I agree. I like the eagle on that too.
Yeah, it's one of the better ones, I think. And then the last example I'm going to show is the dollar. And this is these are a little pricey as well, but this is not the highest grade, but it's not too bad. This is this one's an 1859 O. And Liberty, you can read it on the shield in hand. It's got a little damage on the rim. By the way, the 20-cent piece did not have a ridged rim. It had a smooth rim.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I had to add that.
That's why it was smooth. It was for people illiterate. A lot of people illiterate. A lot of people couldn't read back then, man.
Right.
Yeah, it was a luxury.
Now this coin has a little bit of damage on the right side. It's got a ding in it. It was dropped at one point or another. The reverse, again, this one is a no model. I like the reverse on this coin. So that's you get off this thing.
Very nice, Alden.
Thank you. Excuse me. I wanted to share some of this and some of the information and get what y'all think. I love the Sea Liberty next to the cat bust. It's my favorite design. And of course, the 20-cent piece is one of my favorite pieces of all. How many folks we got in the room, Lincoln? Let me go back to the YouTube side. Coin drag. 6.
6 is what I got.
Okay, well, we're not going to have a lot more than that. So guess what? I got a surprise for everybody, which is something I never do, but I'm going to do it today. Just for kits and giggles. Hang on a minute. Let me go back to the StreamYard side. And starting at 10. And go solo. We're going to have a giveaway. Yeah, we're going to have a small giveaway tonight. Just to celebrate my first coin chat. I want everybody to hang around and keep talking coin for sure, but this is something that means a lot to me that y'all are here, my friends, and Hidden and Lincoln and Joe and Travis and everybody else. Oz, the piece here, everybody. But anyway, this giveaway has nothing to do with anybody else, YouTube or anybody. This is given away by Alden Davis from the Coin Corner. And it's going to be a trivia question, actually, which is something I don't normally do. And but everybody here knows coin pretty well. This is what I'm giving away. It's a 2007 silver Washington quarter PF 69 slab by NGC. And it's a deep cameo, and it's a pretty baby.
Nice, Alden.
Okay.
Beauty.
All right. Now let me go back to the YouTube side. And what we're going to do, I'm going to ask you a question. And the first person that gives me the right answer, you can guess as many times you want to. The first person that gives me the right answer will win that coin. And when I say go, and I'm going to go ahead and type in go. And okay, I will enter goes after I ask the question. What year was the very first seated Liberty dime minted? Go.
Thought somebody would have snapped that right up, yeah.
You can stop. I got a winner. I'm going to go back to the StreamYard side. Mods, I want you to check me, but I've got 1837 by Hidden and whatever. And let me come in second with the same answer.
I'm dyslexic.
Man, I was one page off. I was looking at the wrong damn wrong design. Very, very nice. Very nice. What's up, F. Condi?
I just thought I'd make it interesting.
What's up, OC Mega?
Hidden, email me your address, and I'll get this in the mail to you tomorrow. I've got some other packages I need to send out tomorrow anyway, so I will get that in the mail to you tomorrow. Congratulations, my friend. And thank you for winning my first giveaway.
Very cool.
That was cool. Thanks, Alden.
It was a lot of fun. But I do like the seated stuff. I don't get to collect that much of it because it's some of it's rather pricey. I guess you all know that.
What year was that seated dollar you showed?
The seated dollar. Hang on. It is a 1859.
Plain?
I believe it is. No, it's an old. 1859 old.
360,000 of all kinds in the 59.0. They have very thin numerals and hair like serifs. Hit mark, normal, or heavy in all. They had 9 different verses and 3 reverses.
Wow.
There's other old reverses left over from 1846 you can find on them.
I'll have to research and see what reverse this is, but as you can see, it is an O. You can see the old platinum.
Badly nicked mint state survivors are plentiful from 3 treasury bags, 3,000 coins. They call that plentiful. But they released those in 1962. 3 treasury bags, 3,000 of them. So you wonder where those went.
Yeah.
But you have the 59.0 normal date with heavy mint mark. And then you have the 59.0 heavy date with the thin mint mark. That's two styles.
I'm trying to get it into focus. I don't know.
On the thin mint mark, the top and the base of mint marks are hair-like. On the heavy, the top and the base of mint marks are as thick as the corresponding parts of the O and dollar. So that's the easy way. If it looks like it's as thick as the O and dollar, then you got the first one. The normal date heavy mint mark. That's the two different. That's what Brent calls out. Pretty cool.
It's now what am I looking for, Travis?
It could be on the normal date. It's either a heavy mint mark or a thin mint mark. The thin mint mark will be hair-like. The thick one will be as thick as the corresponding parts of O and dollar.
No, this is in the middle. This isn't real thin and it isn't real thick. It's like a normal old mint mark.
In addition, because of the wear on it, it probably is the heavy mint mark. That's what I would assume.
I don't think so.
The wear on the coin would if it, because if it was the thin mint mark, it would be really thin. Like the wear would make it even thinner. So if it's in the middle, I would assume that means that when it was in mint state, or that the wear would make up the difference. That's why it's in the middle.
It may be.
Yeah. So I would say you have the 1859 normal date heavy mint mark.
What I'll do is I'll stick it under my scope and I'll email you some pictures of that mint mark and let you look at it.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious myself. I picked that coin up from a friend of mine actually here locally, and I got a pretty good deal on it, I thought. And I didn't realize. I mean, I just needed it for my typeset. To be honest, that one come out on my typeset. Excuse me.
Just having a specimen, man. It's in 1859. They only made all the times 360,000. That's pretty low.
Welcome, Amy.
So I don't.
Cool. I'm glad I picked it up. I got it for around $100, so I don't think I'm hurting too bad on it.
Hell no.
Oh yeah, that's money well spent in my eyes.
Yep.
Amy, I'm glad you could make it, girl. We've been discussing seated liberties, and I'll show you, since you weren't here, I'll show you this one. This is kind of one I'm proud of a little bit. This is my 20. Whoops, it's upside down. I'm going to have to put it on very close, but that's my 20 center. Well, I'm trying to get rid of the focus.
Let's just call that our 20 center, Alden. I feel better. Gosh.
Well, I leave you that one in my will, do you there, Joe?
Look at that.
There's a reverse. And with these, like I said, look at the tips of the wings, because most of the 75S's were really weak struck. This one has a strong strike on that part of the wing. It's they're kind of rare. That's about a $400 coin.
I bet easily.
And
now there's a variety on those.
Me too, Lincoln.
What Lincoln say?
You got on the 75S. You have a filled S.
What?
there's varieties on them.
Okay.
Okay, so there's one that it almost mimics like a dollar sign because it has obvious extra serifs at the top and the bottom of the S, simulating the ends of vertical lines, like in the dollar sign, with the S with the slash.
Right. Let me look real quick.
Doesn't that almost look like die chips on there? Or can't you see a picture?
No, it doesn't have an example photo. It just
Okay.
says the mint mark first entered, leaning crazily to 1, then corrected.
Okay.
But yeah, it says it'll have obvious extra serifs at the top and the bottom.
It does. It does. At the top of the S, it looks like it has 2 tariffs at the very top.
Okay, then that's a very scarce variety.
Really?
Yeah.
The one I seen looked
Maybe
like
it's worth more than I thought it was.
a die chip that made it look like a dollar sign almost. But
Yeah.
that was the picture.
And the S is struck so well, but it's got the 2 tariffs on the top. It looks like it's got a smaller one on the bottom. I need to put it under the scope to look. But yeah, I can see 2 on the top. Very distinct. Very distinct.
Yeah, that's cool because the other would be just a clear S.
Right.
So yeah, you got the 1875 S variety, and that's listed. That's 38.75 in the brand.
Maybe I ought to have that one graded.
It very easily could be a new discovery on a 20-cent piece because there's just not that many out there to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cool.
How many of them were made? How many traded hands? That went
1,155,000 plus 12 proofs.
So there's a great chance that nobody ever owned it that looked for varieties, never had it in their hand.
Yeah, because like we said, most of them are locked up in collections, and air varieties still relatively new.
Well, that's cool. Maybe I finally lucked up on a good one.
That would be great.
It would. Should I have that graded, do you reckon?
I would do some research on it. Try to compare your mint mark with known examples and
just a $400 coin. Oh, there'll be photos of the variety somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll find it online and see if it matches. It may be worth having it looked at.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, like I said, I bought it for my typeset. But
here, I'll look real quick see if I can find that.
But it definitely has the 2 tariffs on the top of the S. I mean, it's very distinct looking. Again, I'll put it under the scope and send you both some pictures of the mint one.
Yeah, I'd like to have a picture of that whole coin, actually.
Okay.
Alden, if you don't mind.
Sounds good, Joe. Now, I bought that one from somebody in our community, actually.
Really?
Yep. I bought that one from Dacone.
Okay. Yep.
He made me a good deal on it. And he had just picked it up at a coin shop somewhere, and he let me have it at his cost. And so I got a really good buy on it. And I had to have it. When he showed me pictures, I had to have it. It was just,
Right.
Let me go back to the YouTube side here for a second. Catch up in the chat. You lucky dog.
They also have a bunch of repunched mint marks and misplaced dates on that year.
Huh. I'll have to go over the coin. I've never searched that coin for errors or anything. I love the shape it's in, so I just put it in my typeset, and it's been sitting there for almost a year.
Well, you send me and Lemon and Lincoln, maybe Coin Dragon, a picture of it. We'll scrutinize that for you.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
I know I will. I know Lemon will.
Yeah. Well, that's why I've got friends that know a lot more about coin than I do.
Well, you seem pretty well versed in the 20 center.
Well, I love the 20 center. I mean, anything that I particularly like, it's kind of like the Ikes. Now, Lincoln knows a lot more about the Ikes than I do, but I've taught myself quite a bit about them and the 20 centers and a few other pieces.
Right. I like the 20 centers. I always have because of the low production, just like the 2 centers. But I collected and studied the 2 centers way more than the 20s, just because of the price. And then sometimes you just end up bouncing around so much with buying and selling, trying to keep everybody happy that you don't get to play around as much.
Yeah. Well, see, being just a collector and not a seller kind of gives me more focus that way.
What's that? Oh, hidden. Yeah, I didn't even see you were still in here, buddy. Yeah, send him a picture, please.
All right, hidden. I will. You got to send me your address anyway. I'll have your email, so that sounds good.
Right, and Lemon knows and Lincoln, but hidden. I don't know who all know. Hidden is a very, very intelligent with coins.
Oh yeah, he knows his coin.
Hidden is he's a very knowledgeable numismatist.
Yes,
that's great to have a resource like that.
From bills to tokens to coins, foreigns. I mean, he knows a lot about everything.
Anything with nothing on it, forget about it.
You know, a lot of us like me, I know a little about a lot. Well, he knows a lot about a lot.
Yeah, I know a little about a little, so.
That's probably me too. Maybe I overrang that one.
No, you know a lot more than I do, Joe.
You got to start somewhere.
Well, I've only been doing it for 2 years, but I think
exactly.
I think I've got a pretty good general knowledge for that. No longer than I've been in it.
Sorry, Lincoln, but he's a 5-year-old.
5-year-old.
He claims to be anyway. I'm not positive. And I think he's a prodigy if he's only 5 and not smart, but. And no whining, Lincoln, about Alden's find, his lucky dog, because you've been sending me pictures of RPMs and DDOs for 3 days now. Just teasing, buddy. He's found some nice ones the last couple days.
Who, hidden?
Lincoln.
Oh, Lincoln. Yeah, I know. He's been telling me about them. He's found some really nice ones.
Yeah, I was off by 8 years. 5 years, 5 years old, he says.
Well, I'm glad y'all like my 20 center. I like I said, I didn't know. I knew it was a nice piece, but I had no idea it might be worth more than what I thought it was.
Oh, that's a beautiful specimen.
I've got lucky. I've got a few pieces that I cherish pretty high, and that's one of them.
I bet. That's one to be proud of. Well, I showed you that one. I have 2 others. I think I have one here, and one isn't here. And my best one is like a good plus, or maybe it's high good to low fine.
Like a good 8?
Yeah, it's right on that line, but you know, and them other ones are about goods.
Or 8's very good. I think good 6. You got the good 4 and 6.
There you go. There you go.
I'll send you guys pictures. Maybe you can give me a better idea on the grade. If I was grading, which I'm not no grader, I'd go anywhere from an AU 55 all the way up to maybe a very low grade mint state.
Mint state, right? There you almost you'd have to, you know what I mean? Lemon will know and everybody else. You almost have to see it in your hand. A picture just doesn't do it, but sometimes they do.
Yeah,
they can give you a general idea, I think.
Yeah, to grade, you got to have a specimen in hand.
I mean, you could get in the ballpark, but
I know it's a nice specimen. All I know. I mean, you know, like I said, it may be worth having graded. I don't know.
Maybe just for peace of mind. I mean, if you don't care, you know.
Yeah.
If it turns out to be a variety, I mean, then you added.
Because I know you break Morgans out for your Morgan. It's if you have it in your typeset, then there's really no reason to send it unless you're like for insurance values. You know, like if you want to have your coin covered by your homeowners or something like that, then you would want to have it graded.
Right.
Right.
that's a big reason why people grade coins too, is because it's for the record, for insurance purposes.
Well, I broke a lot of them out for my Morgan set and my typeset. So
Yeah,
I definitely check into the varieties on it, like Lemon said, and because then maybe you want to send it off to be attributed, because then it does add value. It may be worth. If it's a new discovery, who knows? But then who knows? It's whatever anybody's willing to pay for it.
yeah, exactly. I have no interest in selling it.
They've all the current auction histories on those, and the AU grades and the low mid-state grades. They're all like almost triple what they're quoted for their values.
Wow.
They auction way higher than what their estimated values are.
Right.
Yeah. So like in AU 58, that year is like $170 in the price guide, and all the auction histories are in the 4 and high 4s, low 5s.
Yeah, I got a really good deal on it when I bought it. So.
Yeah. That's why even the goods, like when you get them and you check the listings for like the current market values, all dealers I've ever gotten them from, they all ask more than what they list for.
Right. That's what I was trying to explain earlier.
One of those rare coins. It's one of those coins that it's like considered the best type coin.
Yep.
So, like they're very highly wanted and looked for. People don't pass up on them. Like you said 4 of them, I think. It's like, that's wonderful, man. It's because there's not a lot of them out there.
3, but yeah, that is. They're not high grades, but
$20 over the top of what. And you got to remember, even list price, current market value prices, they're guesstimates. They're just speculations. Like Joe said, the market is what people are willing to pay for things.
Yep.
That is one of those coins that historically people are willing to pay more for always. So that's a good. There's coins out there like that. There's not a lot that I know of, because I haven't been across all the coin there is, but like that's the only one I can think of off the top of my head, man.
Right.
That's cool.
Well, like that one I showed.
$3 and trade dollars with chop marks.
Yep. Exact. That too. Yep.
Yeah, they command well above market value.
But like that was an about good, I think, on that half or 20 cent I showed.
Right.
And that's $85 to $100 coin. In my opinion, dealer to dealer, wholesale, whatever.
Right. Yeah, I think I give $80 or $90 for the one I had in about that same shape. It might have been a hair better than that, but not much.
But if we were to put that up on a Friday night auction or something, or whatever, Wednesday, I wouldn't be surprised if it brought $150, $200. It wouldn't surprise me, or more.
Well, that one the one I had, I donated to a benefit auction, and it brought like $250 at the benefit auction. Of course, because it was a benefit.
That was $280. That one brought, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I sent to you, Joe. That's right. Yeah, that was my first one that I bought for my typeset. It wasn't in much better shape than yours. Maybe a little, not much.
Yeah, it was definitely a little bit better than that one there. But still, I mean.
But I'm pretty proud of the one I got now.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
It's just one of them coins, like Lemon was saying, that they're triple, quadruple auction what they're worth to bring it at auction, and
right.
You never know. If you're lucky to be there when nobody has any money, you can pick them up cheap. Otherwise, they go for better money.
Yeah. There's one other one I'd love to have. It's kind of hard to find. Well, they're not hard to find, but they're pricey. And that's the Isabella quarter.
Right.
I love that. I love that design.
That is a beautiful coin.
And the history behind it is pretty cool, too. Thank you, Hidden.
The Hawaiian quarter is kind of like that. I like the history behind the Hawaiian coins, and the Filipino coins too. I kind of like the history behind, but that Isabella quarter has got its own stuff.
Yeah, that Isabella is something that I've been looking for actively for about 2 years, I guess, since I first started. I bought the Columbus, which was the $half version of the Exposition. And when I found out that the Isabella coin was out there, I was like, oh, God, I got to have one of them. Then I seen the price of them. I went, well, maybe I'll wait until I get a good deal on one.
God, do I know that feeling. Some of my favorite coins I'll never own just because of the value of them.
Yeah, that's me. I've been lucky and found some nice cat busts that I'm pretty proud of. But again, none of them are in the shape that the 20 cent is. It's probably, as far as old money, it's probably the best old constitutional piece I have.
Is the 20-cent piece?
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty hard to get better than that for the year type.
Yeah. I've got some better Morgans and things, but I'm talking about mid 1800s back. That's the nicest one I've got. Of course, Lemon could probably find me a Isabella at a decent price.
Oh, I bet he could.
I think I know where one's at.
Oh, really?
Lemon or Robert, I bet you would hook you up. They're you pay a little bit for them, but they're not really that rare. I mean, they're rare.
No, they're not that rare. They're just pricey. I don't know exactly why, but they are. I think the higher end 20-cent piece is a lot rarer.
Right.
Yeah, if anybody's looking for a full set of wheats, Lincoln's got a couple of sets, and he's willing to sell them at a decent price, guys.
Yeah, it's nice wheats.
Lincoln's got some beautiful coin.
Yes, he does. So do you, sir.
I'm getting there, but like I said, I'm a newbie, so I don't have nothing compared to y'all.
1,000 of those quarters.
What's that?
They only minted 24,191 of the commemorative. Yeah, the 1893 is about a quarter.
Wow.
Yeah, I've seen a number like 24,214, and I questioned that, so I don't know. You have a different number, so that really makes me wonder.
Yeah, the Philadelphia Mint records show 24,191. Charles Barber design, obverse and reverse. 90% silver, 6.25 gram, 24.3 millimeter reeded edge.
Okay, so
the second commemorative the United States ever coin issued by the United States.
A bunch of them were unsold and were subsequently melted.
Well, it was also created for the Columbian Exposition in Chicago. The coin was produced at the instance of a prominent woman of the Chicago social scene, Miss Potter Palmer, who was also on the board of the lady managers for the exposition. This board, which was formed to help with help from Susan B. Anthony, was formed to ensure that there would be female voices in the planning of their appropriate board. Oh, Mrs. Palmer suggested that $10,000 of the funds appropriated to this board be issued in the form of commemorative quarters containing a female motif. After much back and forth between the Treasury Department and the board, the designs were finally chosen: a young Queen Isabella on the obverse and a woman kneeling by holding a distaff on the reverse. This coin was to be the first issued by the United States to depict a foreign monarch. But unfortunately for the ladies, the Columbian Exposition $half featuring Christopher Columbus on the obverse and the Santa Maria on the reverse took much of the wind out of the sails of the Isabella quarter. The price undoubtedly didn't help. As the quarter cost $1, same as the Colombian half dollar, while the maximum mintage of 40,000 was struck, 15,809 were melted, for a total mintage of 24,191, not including assay pieces. So that higher number, did you have your number you read was 200 something? That's probably with including the assay pieces. Only 1.6% of the number of commemorative halves distributed, which counts for the coin scarcity of the day. Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah. See, now that coin
It's so pricey.
That coin exists because it's just some rich lady on some board, like that's what rich people do. The wives of wealthy, they get on the boards and trustees, and and they go out and they just do stuff. So all she did was go to the Treasury Department, throw a fit, and she got her way.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, I mean that's the politic behind it. That's politicking. That's special interest at its best. That is a perfect example. So, it's like she made a fit. Somebody wrote up the legislation. It got passed, and there it is. There, the coin is here to be had. That's crazy.
Well, that's one of two commemoratives, and I'm really, really wanting. One is the Isabella, and the other one is the I cannot remember the name of it. Never can. It's the one that's got the wagon on it. So it's a hat.
I can find the auction histories that are current, and we're talking like this month. Histories, the grades on these, like in just a Mint State 60, you're looking at low twos, around 200.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's some you got to remember that the Mint State 60s aren't as wanted as a high AU 58.
Right. Yeah, high AU 58 actually sells higher. I don't know.
Yeah, you got a couple in 270, 260. It's because it's better to have the highest of a grade, the highest part, so that's the highest
the lowest of the next grade, exactly.
AU, then the lowest of a grade, even if it's Mint State. It's you rarely see Mint State 61 and 2 graded anything. I don't even come across them very much at all because it's known. But you find AU 58s all day long.
Right.
And they're high.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Lake House?
Hey, Lake House.
Oregon Trail is that commemorative, I think you're talking about.
The Oregon Trail. I'd love to have one of them.
It's got the Indian on the one on the reverse and then the wagon.
Right. They're just they're pricey. They're not super high, but I'm wanting one in pretty real good shape, so that will be pricey.
Oregon Trail, you say?
Yep. That and Isabella are the two commemoratives that I'm actively looking for. Lake House Beach is awful good to see you. I haven't seen you around in a while, my friend. Thank you for joining our channel. Excuse me.
I suppose the main commemorative is back on your list now too, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I happened to I happened to snipe one from a friend of mine and ended up sending it to him.
Best thing I ever seen happen. Oh, bit me, and then he feels guilty and sends it to me.
I didn't feel guilty. I just wanted you to have it, Joe.
I know. I'm just teasing.
You didn't want to win it.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it was all about the win.
Yeah. Hey, I got to snipe Joe the Mint Durbin. I mean, hey, that's a feather in my cap anywhere you go. And I did it at Robert's auction. That even beat it all.
Yep. I had one. I think there was 5 of them classic commemoratives up that day, the halves, and I won 4 of them. And Alden wasn't going to let me win them all, no matter what.
Nope.
He says it's because he was born in Maine. That's a bunch of baloney.
Well, I was born in Maine.
Well, I know you're born in Maine, but that ain't why you bought it. You wanted to be.
Well, that was part of the reason. Then the main part of the reason was because you didn't know I was even interested in it until about 2 seconds before they said sold.
Right. Was it the last of the bunch? Did it go up last?
Yeah,
No, it was one of the last ones though.
yeah, it was like third from last, I think.
I think it was the last commemorative, maybe, but
Yeah, it was last commemorative. You'd already won the other 4, Joe.
Yeah, that's what it might have been because it was the last one. You don't get all of them.
right. Well, he wasn't gonna let that happen, but
No, I couldn't let him get a monopoly. You know how that goes.
Monopoly. Oh, that was a good time.
Yeah, well, that was a good auction. We had a lot of fun that day. Even Robert got tickled on that one.
I would fold nowadays when Alden comes in because it's just all fun.
Yeah, and if you're bidding on something, I normally fold too,
But then every now and
once in a while.
you get a hair up your butt and you decide to go.
That's true. That's true.
I raised Alden like a week or two ago on a roll of pennies and the old bugger said out. Well, I didn't want the dang roll, but he was like, "There you go, buddy."
Dropped it on you. That's what we call it. He dropped it on you.
That's right.
Well, you got to do that every once in a while too.
You're darn right.
I've had a few dropped on me as well.
Right. No, it's all in fun though.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Especially when you're just playing with, $5, $10, $20 roll of pennies.
Right.
You start playing with real money, and then it's still fun, but you have to be selective of who you're having fun with.
That's true.
I don't ever bid on anything I don't want to pay for or wouldn't take. You know what I mean?
Well, that's me. I mean, if I'm having fun with somebody, it's something I'm interested in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't care to own if I do happen to win it.
That doesn't serve anybody well.
Right. I mean, if somebody really wants something, you can tell. I mean, people.
Oh yeah.
I don't mess around like that, but my friends like Alden, I'll do that.
Well, and the thing was, Lemon, I made him sweat it out for about a month and a half before I finally sent it to me.
Yeah, it was a while.
Yeah, it was about a month and a half. I hung on to it.
I had kind of probably even forgot about it. You told me the one night, I'm going to send you that damn coin, I'm like, what?
Yeah. That's what friends are for, my friend.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Lemon, he sent me a nice package for the giveaway. Lincoln sent stuff for the giveaway. Alden sent stuff for 1,000 sub giveaway. I mean, you guys are all great.
My package should be in the mail tomorrow to you, Joe.
Right. There's more people I can't remember. Bigfoot.
Right on. Cool. That's what you do, Joe.
It's just great. I was blown away.
Lincoln says he's got a CC dime somewhere in my safe. He's going to send me pictures of. I've got a couple of CC dimes, actually. I like them. They're cool.
So do I.
I like anything CC, though.
Right. It was an easy way to get my first CC, so I went that way.
Yeah. I've got one CC Morgan, and it's not a high grade, but it's in my Morgan book. So.
Right.
Because I just get a date book, so a date set.
I don't know how many CC Morgans I have. None of them are.
I won my CC Morgan from Hoogie.
Right. You got a nice one, too. Wasn't it?
A nice one.
I think it was like XF.
Well, I've been trying to talk Lemon into sending me that for a year now. So.
I couldn't believe that he gave it away. But he all the times he's done those giveaways, they're on the weekend that they're doing now. The
Coin Seminar, yep.
Yeah. And he gave away a graded buffalo, like a really high graded buffalo once.
Right.
Wow.
I won his first one too. I won back to back.
Yep, you did.
The peace dollar, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, Ogie knows his stuff, man. When it
Oh,
comes,
he's got a nice collection. He bought that 3-legged buffalo off of Robert at that one auction. I mean, that was like, I don't remember what that was. It was a high dollar coin though.
Oh Lord, I need one for my dance going. Yeah, they are high, boys. Those 3-legged buffalo are high.
I want to say it was close to $1,000 for it, but maybe nobody wants that number thrown around. I don't really remember, but it was quite a bit of money.
yeah,
I think they start at 5 and go up from there.
Right. But Hoogie's done videos on how to tell if they're fake or not. And
right.
I mean,
he knows he's pretty knowledgeable.
Yeah, Buffalo's, Morgan's, and
He's the peace dollars.
The peace dollar, yeah, Morgan, peace and Morgan dollars, and there's other coins that he's pretty well versed in too, but I don't remember offhand. He was talked about it.
Some videos on Ike dollars.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen them.
I've not seen them myself. I'd like to watch them.
And you see the guy turn like pencils on the lathe.
Yeah, he gave away Ike on that video. My bad.
I mean, that's just crazy, the stuff he can make on his lathe.
Yeah, he's like a woodmaker for a museum. I think he does all the woodworking for a museum.
I don't know what he does. One day we were talking and he was working on an elevator, so I thought he was an elevator repair guy. Maybe that's all at the museum.
Because he's always in his shop, and it's a full blown wood shop.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
I've got an uncle that's retired, and he's got a nice setup like that. He makes bowls out of burls and trees and stuff, and he turns pencils. And if you break a spindle on your fancy chair, he'll replicate one and try to match the
he layers it out and all that. Yeah, that's cool.
Right.
Yeah. Craftsman.
Hidden in chat, hidden saying, send me that CC dime. And old Lincoln said, hold your breath till it gets there. I said, I come back and said, hidden turning blue. Lincoln said, he's purple by now, boy. I don't know Hoogie really. I've been to his channel a few times, but I really don't know him personally.
He makes stupid crap like this. Even it's a top, all done out of wood.
Oh, that's cool.
It is pretty cool. I got a bunch of these, but this is
that's cool.
A bowl that he made out of a burl.
That's badass.
Yeah, that is cool. I like that.
That bowl?
It's turned. That's
not the top, actually, but yeah.
Here, I'll dump it out so you can see it. I mean, it's pretty cool.
You gotta know what you're doing. That's beautiful.
Every year at Christmas, he brings a big box of stuff that he did and says, "Yeah, take whatever you want, everybody." And I, usually get a little bowl or something.
That bowl is pretty.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I like that.
I'll see if I can get some. I'll send you guys one. They're not, they're, I don't know, they're the size of a grapefruit or something.
Yeah, that's
pretty good size.
That's pretty.
He goes to
this is a jack all trades. It sounds like it.
Yeah, he worked for like the big power company out here in Minnesota his whole life. So he worked a lot, but he made just a butt ton of money. And when he retired, he just went full bore into his hobby. He goes to like craft shows, wood shows, and sells all that stuff. Sells it online, I think, even.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
But he's really good at coin too. So that's.
No, I'm talking about my uncle, not Hoogie, though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I got sidetracked on a different story.
No, I'm trying to chew gum to smoke. You know how that goes.
Tell this story, and Hoogie's going to be getting these calls. What the hell? These emails, I mean. I don't do bowls. I don't do tops either. And I sure as hell didn't work for no power company in
I
Minnesota.
can make a top out of a Morgan, though.
Right.
Oh Lord.
Oh well, that's anyway. That's kind of cool stuff.
That is cool stuff. I like that. I love anything artistic, though. I guess because I'm not artistic, I get appreciation for it. That's why I love Oz's art and your Joe, your metalworking and Clinton's paintings, and I mean, I love art of any and just about any form.
Right.
You had me confused too, Lincoln. Because I'm easily confused. I'm old. What do you want?
Sorry about that. What do you do?
What do you do? So, Joe, you finally figured out the prototype you sent me how to remake it, huh? That
Excuse
bell?
me?
That bell you sent me, the prototype, you figured out how to redo it?
Why?
You had posted somewhere or said in a channel somewhere that you had made another one.
Not like that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let me get that. I want to show it to everybody. I'll be right back, guys.
Unless Diane said something, but no, I haven't even tried to make another one like that again.
Oh, it might have been Diane. I'll be right back.
Like I said, I did 2 of them, and they ended up turning into 4 coin bells because they didn't look right. That's kind of Jeep Raid. Hey, young coin hunter. Mountain of Coin Accord. Mike Wolf. Majestic Sounds of Coin. Welcome, you guys.
What's happening?
Hey, Jeeps.
Hey, welcome to all the newcomers. Mike Wolf, Jeep and John, Majestic, Young Coin Hunter. Great to have y'all.
Right on.
Minnesota millionaire.
Yeah. Him and Bill J call me that.
There's the bell from Joe that is the prototype. I have 4 of them, and my wife stole them out of my coin corner and put them on the mantle. So you've not been able to do another one like that, huh, Joe?
I've tried twice, and it came out the top came out too big, so it looked like a ball sitting there. See how that one tapers nice? I just have to get the right size. I wonder if is that a quarter on top?
Hang on a minute. Let me look.
No, it's a half, I think.
Self out of the stream. Trying to figure out how to do this. Hang on a minute. There we go.
What's up, young coin hunter?
Don't want to touch it, but yeah, it's a $50 on the top, Joe.
Okay. Perfect.
A $50 on the top and a
Ike on the bottom.
Ike on the bottom, yep.
A half in the middle. Okay, yep. I should be able to replicate it. Like I said, the first one's just turned out.
Yeah, it's a half in the middle.
So I made them like the 4 coin ones.
Hey, Silverman. That bell has the die crack.
Hey, Super Silverman.
Let me go back to there we go. But anyway, that's a prototype bell that Joe sent me a few months ago. And now you think you can replicate it. Cool.
If not, I'll have you send me a picture.
Well, like I said, if you want me to, I'll send you the bell back. You can always return it.
No.
I don't care a bit to. I told you that before. You know that.
It'd take a couple tries is all. But
what's up, Super Silverman?
Super Silverman. Great to have you here, my friend.
You got a caliper, Alden?
Huh?
Do you have a caliper?
Yeah. I don't have it handy. It's in my shop, but I do have one. In fact, I get a regular and a digital.
Okay, sometime just throw it on your digital and slide it across that top where the top two coins come together and give me the measurement there.
Okay, I'll do it.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'll try to do that one day this week.
No rush.
Yeah, I'll get a caliper and a micrometer.
Yeah, hey, congrats on your 300 subscribers there, Alden.
Huh?
300.
I made 300. Wow.
Yeah, cool.
Cool beans.
Congratulations.
Woo. Thank y'all. That's cool. I didn't know I hit it. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I do. I never thought I'd get to 100, let alone 300. Hi, Amy. Thank you, honey.
It's all uphill from here.
Yeah, amen.
That's cool. Thank you. I don't know if I deserve it, but
Certainly do.
I appreciate it.
You want to show we got a bunch of new people in here. Show your 20 center maybe.
All right, hang on. Yeah, we started this out doing Seed of Liberty coins, and I was showing my prized possession. Let me get a glove on this time. Hang on.
Maybe that don't know about 20 cent U.S. coins. They're very rare, and Alden has a beautiful example of one. I think what were they made, Lemon? 3 years or 4 years? 3.5
4 years.
4 years.
75 through 79, something like that. I don't know. The lemon day.
Let me get back to where it was.
I should know this. We just talked about it, but yeah, 75 through 78. But really, I mean, the last couple of years were,
Plus, they had ordered to destroy.
I can't see my screen. Is that showing up all right?
There you go. You're on.
There you go, right in there.
That's a high AU or a low mint state grade.
Well, you can get the luster.
It has a solid S with the extra tariff on the top.
You see that lemon? That almost looks like a cameo strike or a proof-like strike, don't it, from there? When you turned it?
Wobble it around.
Cartwheel. Yeah, the cartwheel luster there, yeah. But yeah.
But there's a bunch of pickups for proofs. If it's a proof, man, you lucked out because they didn't make very many at all.
Well, it's got the strike on the back, like I said. Almost all of the S circulation strikes were real weak at the tips of the wings. This has a very, very strong strike here at the tip. I'm talking about the bottom tips.
Right.
But all 4 tips are very, very well struck. Let me turn it back over.
Like when you see side-by-side photos, the proof, like at first glance, it doesn't look, they look the same, right? But when you look really close, like the head's smaller, everything's more like defined, but it's smaller scale. It's a trip.
Okay.
But the circulation strikes, they're shiny like that.
I'm just talking about like Liberty sitting there. He'd catch it in the right light. It looked like it was almost cameo. Same with the Eagle.
Let me look at it in the light here. It does look almost cameo.
See, that'd be like a proof-like strike on an Eagle or on a even on a trade dollar. You see some of them on the later ones where you have the cameo kind of look.
They're a little different back then.
Right, because it's not as like cameo is like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it. It's hard to explain what I trying to.
1,200.
Lincoln, the 75 and 76 they made the business strikes. The last part of 76, 77, and 78, they made cruise strikes only, not the circulation.
Yeah,
Just
77, 78 only cruise.
I took this one, Rivendell. I bought this #1 from Dicon, which
Hey,
he deals in good coin. I also took it to my local coin shop, and I have a guy there that, I mean, he's good. And he looked at it, and he offered me triple what I gave for it right off the bat. He said, nicest one I've ever saw. So it's not been sent. I've not sent it off and had it graded. I'm thinking about doing that if it's what I think it might be, now that I've learned from Travis and Joe a little bit more about it. But I bought it for my typeset. I gave up there for it. It wasn't a cheap thing. But on the other hand, excuse me, as far as I know, it's authentic. I mean, it's passed every test I have, silver test, weight test, everything. And I've had experts look at it, and they all verify it's real. Hopefully it is. I mean, you know. Let me, yeah, there we go. Okay. Well, by the way, I got the full avatar now on my screen, thanks to a friend of mine that did that for me. And I appreciate that.
I saw that. That's cool.
Yeah, it looks good, I think. Looks a lot better than just the top part of the cross.
Did Mike do that?
Yeah, Mike Badger did that for me.
That's crazy he was able to do that.
I know. I don't know how he did it. He said, send me the pic and I'll send you back the icon. He did it. It took him 5 minutes. I don't know how he cropped it that way because my computer wouldn't let me do it. Rivendell, I hope so. I hope I'm in good shape with it. It's one of the flagships of my personal collection. I've got others that I think as much of. It's worth about as much, but that one is. I'm a 20 center guy, and kind of like CJ is with these Flying Eagles, which I have a couple of next examples of them as well. But the 20 center is one of my favorite pieces. Hey, Andrea Wolf, welcome.
Hi, Andrea.
Miss Andrea, hello.
We got both wolves in the house. That's great. Two great people.
Did you happen to catch Mike Wolf's video where he made his own like coin out of a silver planchet he made?
No, I haven't seen that. I'll check that out.
I think he said it was how they were made in Rome, and he made up like this die and put it in the ground.
Right.
It stuck up like a stump or whatever, a little stump like a twig. He put his planchet on there and then took another thing that he had made like on the face of a ball peen hammer, put that on the planchet, and then took a big maul and tapped on it like 4 times. And I mean, it was a crude looking coin, but for doing it the way he did it and the way they did it back then, I mean, I get the point he was trying to prove. And
that's cool.
I think he gave it away. I think he was going to give it away.
I'll have to check that video out. That sounds like something I want to see.
It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Hey, Oz.
Is Oz here? Hey, Oz.
Here.
All right.
What is he? Did he call us giraffes? The 3 giraffes on panel at the same time?
Gigolos, I think he called it.
All right. For the 1875S, there was only 12 proofs made on June 1st, 1875. These are from a single pair of dies. If you want to know if you have a proof, horizontal die file marks are in the shield below the BER.
Okay, hang on. Let me get my, hang on a minute. get my glass, my spec out here.
The
Alden's been a yes man all night. He's just going to say, "Yep,
the
I got him."
broken away, as is the lower serif of the adjacent S.
Well, let me check the shield first, and we'll go from there.
You got it.
You got to remember, I'm old and slow.
These dies were later used on business strikes, still later cracking. About 6 proofs are traced.
Now, what am I looking for at the bottom of the shield? It's got a full deep Liberty on it.
It's got horizontal
Nowhere.
die file marks in the shield below the BER of Liberty.
I see a couple of straight lines that cross the lines going down the shield.
No. Horizontal.
Horizontal.
So you can see like die scratches. They're file marks.
No, this isn't a proof then.
In the shield below the BER.
I don't think so. Again, I'm not well versed enough to be able to.
No. These are things that you should be able to see on that grade.
Okay, what's the other die marker I'm looking for?
The pendants of the T is broken away.
C.
The T is in Travis.
Okay, hang on a minute.
And lower of the adjacent S. There's also die file marks from that leaf that point above, from the leaf that point above that T to the adjacent S. So it's got three things that are that you can look at. One other thing is from the pole just below the little finger. It says spine 1. I don't know what that means. Spine 1.
I don't know.
Just look just below the finger.
I see it.
Some anomaly there.
There is an anomaly on the small finger. The finger is kind of draped down a little bit.
Well, this is the little finger.
It almost looks like a small die.
Then the reason some of those look shiny, Joe, is because they used these proof dies on the business strikes for that year, and it says that they retained initial polishing, so that would explain the business strikes looking somewhat proof-like.
Right. It wasn't
the
polishing I was looking at, though. It was the cameo look to the devices of Liberty or the draped lady and the bird.
That could have been my camera, Joe. But what I'm saying is,
the camera. But honestly, most of those, like that grade I just read, a lot of them you're not going to find them not clean. They're polished. So it could be that like cleaning does that to coins too.
I don't believe this one is clean because of the tone of it. It's got I think it's been in a book for a long, long time. Yeah,
it could be an old. It probably has an old cleaning. It has newer, and when I say new, it's
possible
40 years. Yeah, because the coin's that old, and obviously it was kept early on.
It was kept in great shape because it wouldn't be in the shape it's in. But I think what I have, I don't think it's a proof. I think I have the one with that the mid market you were telling me about. That's got the 2 at the top of the S. I see that plainly.
Yeah, that's it's the variety. It's the
right
variety, which is very scarce. Very scarce is 2 words legacy associated with any coin you own.
Well, I definitely have that. I've got that in the S. I saw that plainly.
Yeah,
the die markers for the proof is not there. So
that to me is crazy awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is crazy awesome.
That is.
Yeah,
Rivendell. It's either I'd grade it. I'm not the best grader in the world, but I'd grade it AU55 to a low end MS, like a 60 or 61.
Very scary.
I don't know. I'm not that good a grader. What, Lemon? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. That's all right. My bad. I was just saying that when you hear the word scarce and very scarce, those are numismatic jargon. They have an exact meaning. That it's speaking to a number,
right? Like
100, 1,000, 1 through 10,000. There's a scale that's used in numismatics that those words have a number equal. So when you hear very scarce, that's a very low number. That means there's not very many of them in existence at all.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's
Right on.
because I see these words put in titles, like on, like, say, like, for example, eBay auctions. People throw these words around and they don't know what they don't understand that there's a real meaning. So they're representing their coin as one thing and they have no clue what it means.
See, I didn't know that either. So that
Like,
you learn something every day.
or I got a rare that, and it's very scarce, and it's like anything over $1 million made means that you can get any grade and it's in abundance. $1 million is a humongous amount of anything.
Right.
Yeah, anything in 100,000 isn't scarce. Scarce gets down to like the 1 through 10,000 population. Very scarce is like 1 out of like 1,000.
Right.
It gets down into the hundreds even. So it's pretty. It's crazy. There's more to it than people know. So even the wording is these words, we know them normal adjectives, but they have meaning when they're used numismatically.
That's cool.
Numismatically.
They'll say to have it graded, if nothing else, just to know for sure that it's what it is.
Yeah,
And, I'm not against that. A coin that I gave that much for, that's maybe worth that much more, is worth $60-$70 to get it verified and graded and know exactly what I'm looking at.
now you can go to any coin dealer and have appraisals done. They do them all the time, and you can get a written appraisal from a coin dealer. They charge a fee by out by the hour. They'll come to your home. They do it all the time, for estates and whatnot.
Right.
So you don't, instead of individually sending all your valuable stuff out, that gets pricey. It's for insurances. You can have somebody come out, a coin dealer come out and give you an appraisal, which is basically the same thing. That way you have a rough number what to insure for it.
Right. Well, like I said, I took it to my local coin dealer.
Jim speaks to grade. You got like choice BU and Jim BU. That's 2 different BUs.
Right.
Yeah, rare and scarce speaks to quantity of coin.
Right.
Gotcha.
But yeah, there's lots of different grading. The grading has evolved through the last 100 years, and it's changed a lot of times. Things get popular by the people who invented the grading, and then they get adopted by some, not by all.
Right.
People who use A&A. There's people who use there's all kinds of grading. And then it's you have raw coin, you have third-party graded coin. It's kind of like a split down the industry of old way and kind of like new way. Some are more stringent than others. That's why some people practice one over another. You know what I'm saying? It's just,
Right.
There is no right or wrong. It's all part of the same thing. But like if you're out there spending a lot of money on your hobby, it serves you to learn the grading, because it's all based on grading. It's all conditioned.
Right. I've studied enough to where I have a basic understanding of how grading works. I just haven't been into it long enough to say that I can even attempt to grade. But I want to take this minute to thank Rivendell for his input. I agree that it does need to be looked at by 2 or 3 other professional people, whether it be coin dealers or even maybe a annex or somebody. Because if it does have a era in it, that's where I send all my era coins, is to annex. So it may be worth.
It's a variety.
The variety.
Yeah, there is varieties. That's what I mean. I know there is a difference, but
Yeah, there is.
And I wouldn't be surprised a bit if there's more than one variety for that. So that very well could be a new variety.
Yeah, you have more than one, but that one right there is like the good one, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
yeah.
Like, what were the odds on that happening right now? That's so cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's just I don't have that kind of luck usually. So I say that. I don't know. I found some pretty nice coins. Joe can attribute to that.
Yes, you have, for sure.
No longer than I've been doing it, I've been pretty lucky.
Yeah, and then the other thing, it's grading. So grading, you have a general, like if you pick a style of grading, right? It can be generalized. Like per grade, you're looking for this on a specimen. That covers, in generally it covers how you could grade on any coin, from a half dime to a modern Roosevelt dime.
Right.
Professional grading is every coin, the 20-cent piece, the 20-cent piece is graded by 20-cent piece standards.
Yes.
And only their standards, because the grading, it's known all the whatnots and the what goes and what happened and what was particular only to the 20-cent piece when it was made, how it was made, what those dies did, how those dies lasted, how they held up, if they didn't, if they did. There's all the things that are indigenous only to that coin that don't apply to any other coin. So it's graded differently than any other coin. That's what professional grading does. That's what you get from pros, or and there'll be a handful of men in the world that are specialists because they know the most about the 20-cent piece.
Right.
It's like, yeah, and it's all in the books, man. There's books out there that are on just the 20-cent piece that are there's inserts from that were written in the late 1800s because they weren't displaced far from the coin. They knew more. So if that stuff didn't make it in translation through like somebody in the turn of the century or in the 20s or 30s that was a collector of them and started to grade them and write about them and learn about them, it might not have made it into his book, et cetera, et cetera. So I've came across a few times where I've gotten a book that was modern, a book that was a little kind of old, like maybe 50s, whatnot, 40s, and then I've read articles researching from a book that I didn't have, but I got to read something out of it, and it was written in the turn of the century, and it knew stuff that the other ones didn't have.
That's cool.
It talked to like die states, and it talked to die markers and things that were the dies were known for, clashes, whatever it be.
Yeah, and they kind of got lost over time.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's lost in translation. It's like, but it's out there to be found. And there's so many men that are like super men in this.
Oh, by the way, Lemon, I want to thank you for I haven't got it yet, but sending that currency book. That was really nice of you.
Yeah, no problem.
Books is something I wish I had as many books on coin as I do coin.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a big bookie even before
I am too. Yeah.
Coin. So I collect books. I have quite a lot of books. And then so once I got into coin, I was like, and there's coin books. Oh, it was like a double hobby.
Yeah.
So
I just have trouble finding them.
Yeah, it's a labor of love. It's every time I come across older ones, they're out of print. My juices start flowing. I can afford very few of them.
Well, yeah, that's me, but it's just
the modern ones are great too. The modern ones are going to be old ones someday, So getting first editions is always the suggestion. Like the top 100 best Aaron varieties, the one a few years back that they just wrote. That's a great book because it's different than all the others because it lists the top 100 of. There's only one example. They're all one examples exist.
Right.
I mean, as a bookie, can I put 50 on the next Patriots game? I don't make books. I collect books.
Well, Clinton did me a favor. He was at some flea market somewhere down in Florida, and he knew that I like Morgans, and he texted me real quick. I was at work, and he said, Bush, he said, I found you a red book on just Morgans. He said, they want $5 for it, brand new. And I said, oh, God, grab it. And he sent it to me. And I learned more about Morgans through that book than I ever learned on the internet.
Yeah.
It's a great book to have. It's a great reference,
That's awesome. That's why, like, when I worked in a coin shop, the man I worked for at one time was considered one of the best Morgan graders in the world. And he's an older gentleman, late 70s. He's been around a long time in coin. And every once in a while he gets in that teaching mode, and I used to love it because he'd go, hey, come here. You ever see this? And then things would start coming out of the safes. And it's like, And then he would just sit there and do what he like. You could tell, you could see the love for coin, you know.
Yeah.
But he would say things that I didn't read, and he would say them matter of factly, and it was because he's from the older generation, you know. Like it's like I don't want to say that they were more knowledgeable. I just think that I don't know. It's like they retained more, or they were more thorough. Probably because of the learning was harder. We got all this stuff that makes it easy, so we take it for granted. I think for granted makes it.
Well, you're walking around with a basically set of encyclopedias in your hand and your cell phone.
Yeah,
for anything, you know.
Imagine the research pre-internet.
Yeah. Well, see, to me, all right, I'll give you my opinion on that. I love Google and I love having my cell phone on my computer, but the reason I like the old hard, you know, the books, is because I can Google it. 2 minutes after I Google it, I forgot the answer to what the question I gave them. Where if I read it and I take the time to research it, I retain it.
The other thing is how many
makes sense?
Do you go past? Yeah, it makes sense. How many times do you go past the first page? Everybody assumes what's on Google is all there is to be found, and it's like there's plenty on there. But how many times when it pops up your search results and it says 6 million out of, you know, first page out of 6 million pages, people don't go past the first page. They read the first couple articles, they click on the first thing that's on the first page,
right?
And then they take that as holy, that that's what it is, or you know, like, and it's usually just a grain of sand. It's just a insert from an article or a book, or it's a quote. It's very rare that it's like the real deal. It's a watered down version. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also, like I said, if I Google it, I'll read it, and I might retain it, but 9 out of 10, I can always re-Google it. But if I read it and I take the time to research it, then I know I'm going to remember it.
It's like the old school standards you did as a kid in school. You had to write, I will not talk.
Yes. I will not throw spitballs anymore 100 times on the chalkboard.
If you say it out loud while you're writing it, you're like 20 times more likely to retain it because you involve more senses.
Hey, you and Joe hold down the fort. I've got to take the dog out. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
All right. We're on the clock, Joe.
We're on the clock.
You're on the clock. You're on the clock.
This guy invites everybody to a live stream that he's having, and he's going to walk the dog.
He's going to walk the dog. All right.
Is that code talk?
That's code talk.
Enough out of you, Joe.
See, you can never trust him. Part Canadian, he's never quite out of the room.
I didn't know he's Canadian.
He's not.
What am I doing here?
I just give him crap.
What you're holding a grudge against Canada, Joe?
Me?
Yeah.
I hate maple syrup.
Now raffle off that 20-cent piece, Rimmondale says.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe we should sell one of his half dimes. He won't even notice.
Lincoln said the funny thing is he doesn't even have a dog. Oh shit, that's funny.
That is funny.
That is fantastic. Oh man. Ben. Oh man. That was great. Yeah.
Oh.
Recently found I thought like publishers. So like some of the older books that I have on my wish list, I use the publishers to see if the publishers are still around, because that would be a way to try to get stuff that's out of print. A lot of times old publishers, they keep copies on, they're just there, they have them. And if you literally call or write or make contact, you could hustle up a copy of something that's out of print. So there's one that there's a publisher named Colby and Fanning, and they do numismatic books only. And it's at the site's called Numalist. I'll put a link here. Oops, Damn it. I hit the wrong button there.
What's your cat's name, Alden?
Cat or my dog? I got one of these.
Well, I was under the impression you didn't have a dog.
No, I've got a dog. He's a Shih Tzu. And that's the reason I had to take him out, because he lives up to his name, Shih Tzu.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's a Shih Tzu. You really don't have a dog.
Well, it's a habit.
You have an ugly cat.
No, he's just oversized, big, fat, lazy boy.
Yeah, my dad and my sister have them dang things. And
I told my wife we should have named him Killer. Why? I said, because he'll lick you to death.
yeah, I was told.
He's like me. He's old and about wore out. He's deaf, and he goes pot a lot. And, oh.
My last name was Fanny. I consider changing it.
I heard Diane say something back there, Joe.
What's that, honey?
Alden's older than dirt.
She said you're older than dirt.
He was born before rocks were hot.
You were born before rocks were hot.
I still owe Moses a gazooble.
He still owes Moses a gazooble. And if you
Yeah,
don't know, what
I remember when the Dead Sea was sick.
that's right.
That's old.
That's old.
Actually, one time I was asked if Cleopatra was hot. I said no, but her mama was.
What did my son say? Mom, were you born before pockets were made?
But anyway, back to coin.
Right. Did you hear, Diane? Mom, were you born before sockets were made?
Pockets, not sockets.
Pockets.
Depends on the type of socket. But anyway.
Not socket, pocket.
Oh, pocket.
Born before pockets were made.
I wish I had a bunch of these in my pocket.
Me too.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder when they invented pockets.
I think that would. You know what's cool about old coins is you don't know whose pocket they were in at one time or another.
That is cool about them.
Yeah, it is.
That's why I wear gloves. Yeah, you don't know whose pocket, whose mouth.
That's true. But no, I love the old stuff. I do. I love the old coins.
Yeah, if coins could talk, right?
Yeah, I've got an 1803 large cent that you know, if it could talk, how many people own that thing? How many people spin it? You know, what parts of the country was traveled in by wagon train or whatever? I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's unbelievable.
And it's copper. It's the alloy that takes the worst beating, doesn't age gracefully.
No, it does not.
Yeah. So the fact that it's even around to be kept,
It's pretty war, but you could get. It's got full date, and you can still make up the devices on it.
large cents were used. They were work hogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're wonderful, man. I love the old copper. All of it. It's
I
like
do too.
I love it. It's wonderful.
I'll be right back. Let me dig out a couple of pieces. I'll show you a couple of pieces I have.
Right on. What up, Mr. Oz? Mr. Oz Art in the house. What strip club you go to? They let you throw pennies. The budget strip club. I found that out the hard way. That's funny. I'm cheap. Frugal. That's a better word, Mike. It's more sophisticated. It's like acceptable to not frowned upon if one says they're frugal. It insinuates like you're just good with your money instead of just what it really means, you're cheap.
This is an 1803 large cent. I don't know how well you can see that. It's got a lot of wear, but it made it through it.
Yeah, you can see it. You can tell what coin it is. And you got the date, easy to see. Yeah, that's wonderful. That's a good, man. Solid good right there.
Now, the reverse is a little better shape, I think.
Over 100.
That's the reverse. That's 1803. Probably one of the oldest American coins I own.
Because I know there's a variety on in the bottom. It has to do with the style of that ribbon in the one.
Yeah, is it the stems or something, or is it the actual
with stem or without or something like that?
Yeah,
there's two different styles of font for the one.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, I used to have it. Yeah, my first one ever was I had an 18. I think a 02.
Hang on a second.
I love that coin.
Let's see what else I've got here. Now this is I do have an 1808. Something here, 1808 maybe. It's in a little bit of shape. Yeah, it's an 1808. This is a classic head. Oops. Well, hang on.
Oh, the Sheldon number, I do not. But I got my Bryn open. I could probably tell you the Bryn number.
All right, hang on a sec. Here we go. That's an 1808 classic head.
You say another classic head?
Yeah, that's a classic head. 1808. And the reverse is now the reverse on this one isn't as good, I think, as the obverse because it's got one place it's got some wear down in the left-hand corner if you're looking at it.
Yeah, fraction variety, that's right.
The old copper took a lot of beating, and the fine one in this kind of shape, yeah, they're pretty good, I think.
I agree.
Let's see what else I've got here. This is a nice piece. I've had this one a while. This one actually comes out of a collection I bought from a fella that passed on. I'll get it out in a second. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Sure do. I mean,
1803, you got the small date, large fraction, 10 berries. Then you got the large date and fraction, pointed one in date. I think that's Sheldon 265. Often rough. I think that's the one I had. Then you have 03, small date, large fraction, 11 berries. Then you have the 03 with an extra wide fraction, and there's two varieties of that.
This is an 1809 half cent that I have.
There's a lot for 03. Small date fractions, 11 berries. Small date fractions, 10 berries.
That's an 1809 half cent.
1809 half? Let's
Yep.
do that. Half cents are wonderful.
Stars are in real good shape on it. It's got a little wear on it, but it's got a little liberty.
Ooh. Yeah, something like that.
And the reverse. I really like the reverse on this one.
The half cent?
Yeah, it's a half cent.
1803, you said?
1809, I think it is.
Oh, I was going to say.
1809 half cent.
Yeah, it's got to be 09.
How's that?
Nice. I got one here that Lemon might recognize. I'll show you when you're done.
Okay, well, I'm done. I'll just let me switch camera. Boom and boom.
Put it under your scope. They got a 0906.
There you go.
Yeah, this one is a overdate or something.
It's first cut inverted. The 9 was
Pretty. I like that.
I'll flip it.
Whoa, look at that baby.
That's pretty.
Damn.
That is pretty.
Look at the leaves. The leaves look great, dude.
Yeah, and this was the
That's nice.
Damn it.
I've had a variety on the date. I don't remember it. I'd have to look.
That's pretty.
It's probably the 9/6.
That might be.
8 spaced and the 9 first cut inverted, then corrected.
And I got this one here too. This one was obviously hold in the middle. It looks like plugged.
Yep.
You get that one from me?
Yeah.
Oh, that one you did, huh?
Yeah, right there. What was it? 1804 half cent.
That's pretty.
Both of these I got from you, Lemon, I think.
Yeah.
Those are nice.
I rarely pass them up when I can get them.
So anyway,
I absolutely love the old copper.
Yeah.
I don't have that much. I've got, probably 10, 12 pieces, but
Man, that one's great right there. God.
yeah, that's awesome right there.
I hope you paid an arm and a leg for that.
If you didn't, I will.
But you got my auction, so I know you didn't.
just an arm, not a leg. I checked.
Give you 4 fingers in the thumb. Ha, ha, ha. That's a nice coin, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you for representing me.
It's mostly why I do this, man. Being able to find good stuff, and bring it and then give it away for a good price is like it's the pay, it's the profit.
Right on.
Yeah.
And I might have I don't even know if this one I had you get me or not. I don't know because we've done that several times, but I don't think
you got some nice 2-centers, boy. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I did. We'll have Alden do a 2-cent show one night, and I'll.
Yeah, that'd be great. We'll throw you up there, and I've only got a couple of 2. Well, I might have 2 or 3 of them. I don't have any in real good shape. Best one I have is in my typeset, but 2-centers are in good shape, hard to find.
Right. I have quite a few of them. I don't claim to be an expert on them or nothing, but I like the 2-centers. I collected them for a little while.
Yeah, you like 2-centers like I like 20-centers.
Probably.
Hey, Clinton, welcome, huh?
Yeah, my bad. Old coins. There's a lot of collectors who do their whole sets in hold coins because it was. You'll find just as many hold specimens that are legitimate from back in those times.
Oh, I got a whole coin to show you. I've only got one in my whole collection, and there's a story behind it. You guys like whole coin. This is a really interesting coin. Hang on a minute. Oops. There we go. Come on out of there.
That's crazy. 7 holes.
Oh man, I didn't mean to do that.
There was a purpose behind that. I've heard a lot of different versions of why they hold them, like what Mike's saying, but a lot of them with the square hole, I guess they would put that square hole in there, or the square hole was made by square nail, but when they put them either above their door or they're onto their mantle for good luck.
Yeah. Yep.
What is it?
The 2-cent coin.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Any of the square hole old coins actually is.
Yeah, because nails were handmade. They were counted square.
Right.
Those nails, finding those nails, they're really collectible. They sell for good money.
Let me tell you a little bit of history on this coin before I show it. I bought this coin from a little old lady. She was a widow with no kids, and it had been passed down in her family. She traced it back as far as 1812. It was her how many of her great grandmothers. And the woman had her husband put a hole in it, and she made a necklace out of it. And she wore it some, but it's an 1806 half cent that I've never found one in this good a shape, but it is whole. But the story of it being passed down and generation, I was going to buy it, and the woman gave it to me. I'll be honest with you. And here it is. Hang on a sec. There you go. And I could have replaced this several times in my typeset, but because of the story of it, I kept it.
Yeah, you showed me that before. That's a beautiful coin.
Let me show that first.
It's a great specimen.
There's a reverse.
What's up, BL?
Hey, LaBelle.
Let me know when it's in focus, guys.
There you go. That's pretty well, yeah.
Nice coin for the year. I know it's whole, but it's the only whole coin I have in my whole collection. But that's the reason I have it. I love the story behind it. I really do.
Well, that's one of the things that'll sell a coin is a good story. So they say.
Well, like I said, that one ain't for sale. None of the ones I've shown are for sale. These are all part of my private collection. I have ones I will sell, but the ones I've shown tonight are part of my private collection.
I have some like that too. Like that main half, I won't sell that. I'd give it away to a good home because. But only back to you, Alden. Only back to you.
Nah, I want you to have that, Joe. Oh, but I do love the old coppers. Like Travis said before, they took a beating. I mean, they were well used, and the copper just don't hold up like silver or any of the other alloys.
Right.
And another thing I didn't know that me and Oz kind of found out together. I sent Oz a Flying Eagle penny. And I also have the very first issue, which is in really good shape. I can show it to you if you want me to.
You got a 56
Indian head. And they were a different metal composition than the later copper pennies.
Yeah, there's 5. There's 5 different compositions for Indians.
Right. And Oz found out that the early ones, because of the metal detector, had a totally different sound than a normal penny. And like he told me, I may have been looking over all this stuff, and then he showed me on a video where he went over the old one compared to the new ones, and it had a totally different sound. Oz, are you still in here?
I think so.
Yeah, it was just something I didn't know. Again, it's a learning curve.
Oz knows his stuff when it comes to metal detecting, man.
He's one of the best out there when it comes to metal detecting. That's
yeah, sure is. Yeah, you guys heard it first here. Minnesota Vikings defeated the Cowboys.
Really?
There goes the neighborhood.
There goes the neighborhood.
Okay, I'm back.
What's this world coming to?
No, you didn't lose me. I was wiping my keyboard off and I hit the wrong thing. Yeah, but I'm back. Oh.
Yeah, you were saying that, Oz. You get a different sound from the.
Yeah, it's so cool that he found that out. I didn't know that either, though. And But Oz is the man when it comes to metal detecting. And that's an art form, I think. To learn what that machine will do, unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, back then, the Liberty Cap half cents, as the 94s, the 1794s, most cent stock coins are on grossly defective planchards. The token stock coins often have details obscured by traces of ship's rigging or hull. Specimens of 1514 will break slanting down above half. May be too weak in that area for half cent to even be legible, even in BF. On the 96s, no pole is always weak at the hair behind the ear from the break. Many 97s, low heads are porous. So they were like that to begin with. I would probably assume the porosity was like it had been like messed with or clean. But that applies to modern coin, like it goes into the each coin, even by like design differences in the same, half cent has all the different busts. They were all made by different dyes, and the dyes were, some of them were better than others, etc. So that's why the grading's hard.
That's an 1859 right there. And the first issue. And the color, you can tell the color is even different. It's not real copper color. It's a
fatty too, right? It's thick.
Oh yeah, it's a lot thicker.
Yeah, and that's
I don't know if you can see the diameter of it. It's a lot thicker coin.
Shield on the reverse.
Hang on, I'm showing the reverse now. There's the reverse.
Yeah, it's a thicken.
Let me know when it's in focus. That's the reverse. That's an 1859.
Yeah, it's just the wreath.
Yeah. The composition again to copper nickel in 1860 through 1864. And let's see if I get that one. I've got one here somewhere. This is a 1861. Now this is the Oakley copper nickel penny, which is, again is still a different. That's in pretty good shape. Can you guys see that?
Yeah, there's that's variety 1, the 59, the copper nickel, 51. I mean, I'm sorry, variety 1.
61. And there's the reverse.
And they made an oak wreath reverse with a shield too. They only made 1,000 pieces, but they were never released for circulation.
This is the oak leaf, but I don't think it has. Well, it does have a shield at the top.
Yeah, that's when they added. That's variety 2. That's when they added the shield.
Yep, that's the shield one. You see the shield at the top there.
And those are copper.
See if I can get it to where you can see the shield. Do you see the shield?
Yep.
That is the oak leaf with the shield. Anyway.
See you, Uncle Hunter.
Is that a 60?
It's a 61.
61, okay.
Yeah, it's a 61 oak leaf with the shield. And then I've got what is that? A 98. It's got the regular bronze with the oak leaf, which is normal, what you see every day. But anyway, those some of my Indian has different kinds. Like I said, I don't have that much coin, but I like the few I have.
Oh, you have a lot of nice stuff.
Yeah, Righty Threes are bronze.
It says each detector has its own language. Like he said, you can take a $300 detector. If you're in the right place, you can find stuff that a $5,000 detector probably can't. Not as deep, but if you know the machine.
Right, if you know how to hear what that machine's
Right.
telling you.
Now, Indian cents aren't they're not a Native American. It's representation of liberty wearing
Liberty with a headdress.
Headdress, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought that was cool.
Here's an interesting one.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I started collecting. Here, Joe, hang on a minute. There you go.
I thought it was interesting anyway.
Wow, that's nice.
I'll show you why.
58, nice. Nice coin. Oh, what? No strike on the reverse?
Well, I think it ended up I think I had it looked at, in my opinion, after I had it in hand, was somebody sanded it and then just put it in their pocket a long time ago.
Yeah.
But it's still got a fat rim, which is why I bought it, because it looked fatter.
Yeah.
But
I love the width of those, the early ones. I mean, they're so much wider.
right. I don't know if you'll see. I mean, if you can see. I mean, it's pretty wide. I mean,
yeah, that's thick. Excuse me.
But I looked at it and had Rick Snow look at it, and he thought the same thing I did, so that's where I left it.
It's cool piece, though.
Yeah, I think I paid $3 for it. So for
yeah, you're not hurting.
For just a showpiece to say, hey,
you want your money back? Let me know.
Right. So that was kind of an interesting one.
Yeah, it is. That's cool. I like that, Joe. You got anything else you want to throw out there? There you go.
The 1863.
Oh, yeah. Got nice detail on it.
Yeah.
You know what I think is cool is that the 1860 to 64s, that they used to call them nickels or nicks, and later they call them white cents.
Right.
Because it was prior to the 1866 when they made the 5-cent piece.
Huh. Yeah, I know the color is so much lighter than a regular penny.
Right.
There's a silvery look to it almost.
Yeah.
I mean, you almost got to see one in hand to know what I'm talking about. But
that's crazy. They call them white cents.
Yeah, it is. That's cool, though. I didn't know that. Like I said, I love learning. That's why I wanted to do this chat, is because you get to learn stuff.
There's a coin Robert Lawson sent me.
What in the world is that?
Connor stamp. Somebody stamped. I think it says it's supposed to be upside down. MS.
Fire.
That came from me.
Oh, that's Lemon's handwriting. Yeah, I thought that was Robert's. That is Lemon.
Yeah, you know where I got that? I got that like 2 years ago, and I got that from I bought that from Coin Dragon.
Right there, I had it written. Sorry about that, Lemon, but here's the other side.
It's all right. I'm used to it.
Well, Joe, you're like I am. I mean, you buy so much coin from me, from London and Robert. Sometimes I get mixed up sometimes.
But I thought that was
that's a bitching coin, man. I never did find out what the counter stamp was.
No, but that's a cool coin. I like that myself.
It is cool.
MS, I don't know. Or SN, no, it had to be MS.
Like some kind of flower and then the SW. So
or SW, yeah.
It was a SW. Okay.
Probably a store or MS on it. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody was carrying a Smith & Wesson when they did that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think it might be MS. I don't know.
With the flower on top, maybe.
Yeah.
That's cool. What kind of job you starting, Clinton? I'm glad you found one. Yeah, that's cool, Joe. I like it.
That was another Lemon head penny purchased that 1863 when I look at the tag.
That's sweet. It's in good shape too.
Yeah, just some few spots on it. The specs is the details all there.
Yeah, detail's great on it.
Oh wow.
That's it. That's in really nice shape. Detail on that is awesome. The details are awesome. Look
Beautiful.
at that shield on that thing.
Yeah.
That's wow. I love the shield on that one. That one shows up a lot better than mine does.
What's happening, CJ?
Hey, CJ.
Hey, CJ.
Who are you calling a gentleman?
Yeah, don't throw that term around too loosely in here.
Let me start no rumors.
Are we starting over? Is that what you said?
Start no rumors. Call me a gentleman. Shoot.
What's cracking, CJ?
I'll show another coin here, Alden.
Guys, hang on a minute. Let me get you back up there. Let me go back to the StreamYard side. I was on the.
Actually, two, and then I got a couple.
Yeah, show as many as you want, Joe. There you go, my friend. I love having you up there. Love looking at coin. Oh, that's pretty.
Our buddy Lincoln is.
Yes, it looks a lot like the one I've got. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's nice.
Isn't that something?
Yep.
Yeah, I love realities, dude.
I do too. Lincoln sent me my first one that I've got, and I wouldn't take anything for it.
Right.
I think I did a
Badass.
all on it last time.
It's got a nice die crack. You can almost see it right there, can't you?
Yeah, I can see it from here. Yep.
I mean, that's how strong that is. It runs all the way through the 9 and the J. And
that's sweet, Joe. You got a nice specimen there.
yeah, and then he
that was
sent
sweet
me.
of Lincoln to send them to both of us. Thank you, Lincoln. I appreciate it. So,
Thank you, Lincoln.
aha, I know what that is.
Beautiful Stone Mountain.
I just found me one about a month ago. They're beautiful. I love the Stone Mountains. That's a nice piece, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you again, Lincoln.
Gorgeous.
Lincoln's the best, dude. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's a great addition to your collection, Joe.
Yes, sir.
Because I know you love those commemorative ads just like I do.
Yeah, I do. I'm a kind of a half guy. I even like the Kennedys I got.
Oh, I've got a book of Kennedys. I love mine.
I'm a whole guy, Diane, but I like $50 coins.
I'm a whole guy.
Smart lady.
Keep showing, Joe. We're enjoying the show.
Keep showing, Joe.
What are you doing?
I don't know what I could show you. I'll pull up. You know what? You were doing your half or your seated stuff. Also, I got some nice half dime or a dime seated dimes. I'll show a couple.
Yeah, I love the seated dimes. I've got several of them. I love them. Oh, that's a nice shape.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
That's
nice
not
one, Joe. 71?
75.
75.
That's, I mean,
That's sweet.
let me find the one I was trying to show you. Right here. Here's a 75 with a, well, I don't know if it has anything.
Oh, man. Woo, that's pretty.
Whoa, let me get over here.
Oh, man. Look at the luster on that. That's gorgeous. Look at the Liberty on that shield.
Yeah. Look at, I mean, if it weren't for that one little speck.
Yeah, one little spot on the back, but it don't really take away from the coin. That's a gorgeous coin. Somebody
Yeah.
took that and put it up somewhere. I mean, that was never carried. It couldn't have been.
Right. Yeah, you look at
I mean, there's no wear on that at all. Look at the luster on that coin. That's beautiful, Joe.
Thank you.
That's one of the nicest one I've seen personally. I've got some nice ones. I don't know. That's awesome right there.
Well, that one is
time that Lincoln actually bought for me that looks a lot like that, but
I was
gorgeous. Pretty stunning to see.
I walked into an auction one day and Mike Badger was there and he's like, Joe, buy this coin.
Look at that.
And I said, okay, so I put a bid up and that last half dime or dime I showed was the one that it was. Yeah, Mike.
That's cool.
Mike was there when I bought this one too.
That's nice.
But that last one, I wasn't even sure what it was, but Mike said to buy it, so I did, and that's what it was that.
Yeah. That's in good shape as well. But that last one you showed, that's one of the prettiest ones I've ever saw.
Yeah,
I mean, that's gorgeous.
That's the one Mike Badger told me, Joe.
Yeah, look at
that coin.
I love the luster on it. I mean, it's got that cartwheel like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, that you got a good one there, Joe.
Yes, I did, Clinton. Thank you, Alden. The first one I showed was from Clinton. I have another one from Clinton somewhere. This one, that first one, I know this one came from Clinton and Sandy.
Nice.
That was the 1875.
I like the Liberty on the shield. That's pretty.
Yeah, it is.
Get a little wear on the upper devices, but yeah, that's in good shape.
But yeah, then there's a couple more, but
that was nice for a circulated coin. That one BU is woo.
Yeah.
I want my socks off for that one, Joe.
Well, that's good.
I mean, that's up there with my 20-cent piece. I mean, that's wow.
Yeah, that 20-cent piece you got is something. But thank you for the compliments on.
Yeah, that's awesome. That dime's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. That's good enough for now. I just got the one little box in front of me.
All right. Well, there you go. Go back to regular screen. There we go. Everybody's back.
So we had a little bit from everybody there. We had Mike Badger helped, Clinton and Sandy, and
really,
and
well, the gang's all here, and I appreciate y'all. I really do.
Lemon was in on these coins I showed you guys, so thank you all. And hey, Alden, thanks for inviting me up.
Oh, I'd love to have you.
Oh, you don't have to lie.
Oh, I love having both of y'all. And
yeah, thank you.
Y'all make any stream I put up here, that much better. Just y'all's knowledge and coin, and that's what I love to talk is coin. And I think it's been a good stream. I think everybody's enjoyed it. I know I have.
Oh yeah, I wasn't trying to put an end to anything. I was just thanking you. If that's the impression you got.
You have a good night, Clinton.
Good night, Clinton. Good luck tomorrow, buddy. See,
guys, I think I'm going to shut this thing down. But I think we've had a good time. It's been a good night. I learned a lot. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah, it's a great stream.
We'll start doing this, once in a while on Sunday night, and we'll have different people bring different things up and try to keep it, subject related, whether it's coins or metal detecting or art or making bells or whatever the subject may be. And I enjoy everybody being here, and I thank everybody for being here. And I thank my guests, Joe Durbin and Travis Lemonhead Penny, and everybody that joined us. I love y'all. Godspeed. God bless. And till next time. Bye. Night all.
Okay. Good night. Thanks for having us.